sun, the wide shot, beautiful shot of the ocean view. So it kind of sets the tonality of what the movie's about, which is phenomenal. I enjoy that some setting. City, all these buildings, which I thought was intriguing. That because I don't think something like that's been done before. Where no, it has been, but it just comes off real realistic, real genuine. Very interesting how the camera just pans across the screen. Very much enjoy that panning across things. I love when they pan, use panning. It's not used very often, but when it is, it's effective. Creature under the water, swimming, which I thought was interesting. A swimmer, basically. Interesting scene. Very genuine looking, realistic looking. I very much enjoyed that. The Price is on screen. You know how I feel about Vincent Price. He echoes the phrase, "This is my world," which I thought was interesting. He's wearing this jacket, these pants, looking like a gentleman. You know how I feel like about him as an actor, how committed he is to his roles and craft of acting. Very dependable actor is Vincent Price. There's not one movie that I've seen with him that I didn't like because he commits his all to his roles. He's not a one-dimensional actor, which is another thing I appreciate. The Gilman, because they're his Gilman, because it's his ocean. He rules the ocean. Kind of like if you have a house or a castle, you're the king or queen of the castle. That's how I could compare that, basically, which is, him marking his territory, which I thought was pretty intriguing, to say the least bit. Just like Barbara Steele, they're not one-dimensional. They play distinctive and different characters, whether it's in Miss Hue of Red, The Pit and the Pendulum, you name it. He's just a great actor for his generation and time. Is Vincent Price, for sure. Like volcanic image with birds flying in the sky, which I thought was interesting because you don't typically see birds flying over a flaming, erupting volcano. Which, that's an interesting literature. Or bats, whatever it may be. Very interesting. Taking off the curtain, and then that's when we reveal to the Queen's beauty, Earth Queen beauty, who he's captivated by. I will say the actress in this movie kind of reminded me of Barbara Steele. It's not Barbara Steele, but they look rather similar in some ways, somewhat similar, which I thought was interesting. Was she as good as Barbara Steele? She was decent, but I wouldn't say she's on the level of a Barbara Steele. Gilman to kidnap the Queen. That girl. It's not alluded to why. There isn't a reason why she was just kidnapped. I wish there was an explanation behind that. Then we know why he's kidnapped. But still very intriguing. His kingdom, so he feels the need that he has to get rid of her, or vice versa happens to him. It's just an interpretation. What I've on her puts his hand over her mouth, and I think it was the same person who was swimming in the beginning, the swimmer, which is kind of intriguing how that it ties in together. See what I mean? Not one dimensional. A lot of these movies is like puzzles; they tie in together. You gotta tie stuff together and make it make sense. That's what I appreciate most about Vincent Price movies. They are never one dimensional, never convoluted. Very much intriguing. Something at the wall as a means to probably attack something or whatever his intended target was. Thought was interesting. Probably that guild named Swimmer was his attempted target. I thought that was interesting. You know, trying to get rid of your target before he gets rid of you. Probably because him and the girl, Queen, were kind of romantically involved, so that makes sense. Two and two together. Guild named Swimmer. He misses, dude ducks out the way. I thought that was smart, very clever. Duck. I've had to do that in real life IRL a few times in the past. I've had to duck low when I've had things thrown at me. And it's just how you avoid that from happening, from getting hit. You know? It's just smart, makes logical sense, basically. I thought that was an amazing scene, too. Then we get some more Thunder. Last movie had Thunder. It wasn't a Vincent Price movie. Wait, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. We've been going on the Vincent Price marathon. But it had like 2 whole sequences of Thunder, which I've been getting a lot of thunderous like vibes in movies and thunderous imagery. You know, we need something different a lot of this time instead of the typical, like I've said, fires, explosions, and all this and that. So it's cool, I guess, or whatever, when you get thunder in a movie because it's a rarity. Especially, I can bet for that time to use that. Off again as it flashes off the houses or shacks or whatever. Kind of setting the eerie, dark tonality, dark, eerie atmosphere of the film. I enjoy that a lot, that aspect of Gods of War, for sure. Absolutely. I'm trying to be quiet and respect because my mom's sleeping shit. It's Tap Hunter, so basically like a hunter. There's no need to explain what a hunter does because that's just common sense, and I don't want to sound like a broken record and get regurgitating things, basically. Caught up on Susan Hart, where she's walking, kind of looking over, and so kind of observing the place, which is another. So a lot of Vincent Price movies are self-aware too, like the last one. was hella self-aware. That's it, self-awareness, self of, you know, environment, self-awareness of your environment. 'Cause you gotta be self-aware anywhere you're at. So yeah, that I enjoyed that. Like that scene. And the water going off with this man. Basically like looking over there by the water, checking to see if the gill, swimmer, gillman, whatever you want to call it, hitting around so that they could be unfilthy or anything like that. That's that sense of environment, you know, that awareness again that we go back to. Surveying the scene, looking over and making sure they're good where they're at, which is something you always got to do. I enjoyed it. We're having a talk. I'm gonna assume, oh, well, they're detectives because they got suits on, so you already know they're detectives, also, or businessmen. I'm assuming they're questioning what had happened and who had assisted the kidnapper. And I know it off rip because the same person which is one of the Gilman swimmers, which in tonality, like I said, it's that sense of making it make sense and tying things together, logic and common sense. I'm a huge proponent of things making sense and logic and all that. So I thought it was great. I enjoyed that scene as well. And it's self-aware as well, so I'm doing that as well. Oversight. One of the detectives, and then we get introduced to a him named Herbert. Kind of rhymes with pervert, pervert, which is kind of interesting. Him named Herbert. Yes, that was interesting. One more scene. I can't say that a pin or a chicken hasn't been shown in the movie before because The Wizard of Oz, they've done that, so, and a lot of other movies. Mr. Such and Such and Chicken, that movie, for example, chickens in that movie is very much intriguing to me. Everything about it. From the cinematography, the way they choose to shoot things, the look of it, just everything. Production, absolute incredible. This thing with Ben Gilman swimming up in the water. Again, that same Gilman who had kidnapped Susan. It's, it ties in together. Again, it's going back swimming. Yet again, like nothing happened. That sneaky charm, sneaky tonality that if you would have never thought he kidnapped her because he's right back in the water swimming. It could be a whole different Gilman swimmer, but I still very much enjoy that scene. Very interesting, for sure. And there were like 3 altogether. There three gentlemen swimming around, but mainly that one. The main focus is the one who was shown kidnapping Susan. That's the one on conveying the point to make. That is the main character, the main antagonist. Which is interesting. I very much enjoyed it. Swimming in the water. You know, very interesting. And of course, me, I took swimming lessons, but to go to the Y, so swimming type of stuff, that sort of like ain't I'm an expert at. Although I've drowned almost a few times, so by swimming in the deep. But that's because I didn't push myself up from the water in time. If I would have tried to go swimming in the deep now, I'm a lot older now. I was younger. I'll push myself up in the water in time to prevent that from happening. That's what I didn't do in the past when I was swimming in the deep. You gotta move accordingly before it's too late, you know. But yeah, it's still very interesting. There's some dialogue where like Vincent Price is saying swimming to retain food. That's when we see a fish. I'm assuming they're going after a fish to attack and eat. You know, when I was younger, I ate a fish, but because I didn't know better. I lacked that self awareness. I mean, I knew better. I wasn't dumb. I just made some dumb, poor decisions when I was younger. Because looking back on it, I should have known better to even do. But it's like, live and learn. I've changed my ways. I'm better and I know a lot more than I did back then. But yeah, interesting scene. Got a feeling for food or get some food some way. So yeet, that was pretty intriguing. Swimming around. Basically, swimming and see blue, beautiful blue ocean. Basically, recapping the movie, leave the lives on coming dish. But yeah, beautiful animal dialogue, beautiful scene. It's always cool to see fish swimming in their territory, you know, especially in the blue sea. That's why it's called the city of the deep sea, you know. So of course that makes sense. What that same sort of imagery shot up close on like castle-ish sort of things and this and that, which okay. And another dude, then that's when you get the eruption of the volcano, which to me is one of the most pivotal, important moments of the whole movie. How, boom, because we see Thor start to shake and stuff. So from then on there, you knew that the volcano was getting ready to erupt. And I feel like it was sort of something that was slowly building up throughout the whole movie to that point where the volcano was going to erupt. Because it's shown multiple times throughout the film. So of course, it was bound to happen. Eventually, the volcano was going to erupt. Get the fire, sparked it up, very bright, up in the man's face, like pointing his hands up in his face to protect himself. Kind of like as he means to shield himself from the volcano. Basically. which I thought was great. Again, it's that self-awareness and knowing, like, there's some dangerous volcano erupting, so I have to do what I have to do to protect myself by any means. Thus, that character put his hands up by his face to protect himself from, it hitting his way and getting hit in the face or anything like that by any chance. So, yeah. I thought that was very smart, very genius. I very much enjoyed that scene, just like every other scene in this movie. Absolutely. These bricks. Kind of looking around, like, what's going on? So I thought it was intriguing. I was just looking around, wondering what's going on, but clearly there's a volcano that had erupted. And that's what had him looking around, because it's that self-awareness, you know. Basically, there's no more to talk about. I'm not going to regurgitate. Just that man, we're talking, and he says there's no way out for him, and there's no way out for you. So basically telling the both of them there's no escape with any route you try and take. Simple as that. I'm not going to regurgitate that. You depict that and try to figure out what that means for yourself. Because I know what it means in my head already. So, yeah. Hearing something about the girl, Susan. Interesting. I wasn't too familiar with his body of work. This is one of the actors who, another actor that I truly not familiar with their body of work and filmography. But I will say this, fit right in there with Vincent Price and Susan character and all this and that. Very, very nice. The chemistry between everybody and all this and that is very much on point. Water again. Bricks come erupting down. One of them, break plantations. I'll call it that. A plantation comes crashing down, basically, which is interesting to me. That happened multiple times in this movie, not just one, not just twice, like multiple times. I thought it was very intriguing. Very intriguing. Thing, like looking at these, kind of standing far off to the distance towards the biking, looking thing. It's good, but still, like, still intriguing. Out. Very, 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 very intriguing. They're getting ready to get out of the Dodge and away from the situation. Smart. You don't want to be anywhere near that. That sort of stuff is going on. Crashing down on Vincent Price. Big animated, like, he looks worried that he sees that hand coming crashing down. Because he didn't, like, expect it to happen. So that's why he fucking had that shock in his face. Live as soon as he stopped. Might have to end it here and see if it. Oh, there it is. Thought that was great. How it just looked so big and came crashing down on Vincent Price. I'm assuming he's still alive after that. He somewhat how survived that, but yeah, tree. It crashing down and it broke. Then we got another rigorous scene where more of the bricks come crashing down. There were like 4 scenes of this, 3 or 4 to be exact, which I thought was intriguing. I very much enjoyed that. At least we got one live in the stream. Appreciate somebody for contributing at least one like, yeah. Appreciate somebody contributing 1 like in my stream. You know, we rarely get those. We were for a while, but people stopped coming in. But yeah, bricks and brownish, typical brownish bricks. So I think that's a unique blend. Very unique blend of bricks. I'd say I very much enjoy that. Very intriguing. I'd say that. The blend and mix of the 2 fucking bricks makes fucking a blend of brownish gray. I'd say that's what you call it together. Brownish gray brick combination. It's intriguing. For the time, it was probably rare because you don't really nowadays in this generation. I mean, you see them, but separately covered, not together. But still, very much found it interesting. To say the least. You can look in the pages again with these things on their back, kind of walking along the road or sidewalk or wherever they're walking. I thought it was intriguing. Very much enjoyed that. I give that scene a 10 out of 10. For sure. We've seen them twice. This is twice where we see some biking, looking, majiggy worship. You haven't seen. Check it out. Their chemistry, cinematography, just the whole approach. Rarely see this shit. But feel free and comes out of that hand again. I'm assuming that defensive price, which was intriguing. So Price and the other two men go marching along on the way from that hand. Goddamn thing. It's basically like a tunnel because you walk straight through it. Shit like that. It's interesting. Symbolism, photography, Alice, all that. Absolutely phenomenal. Very much enjoyed it. For sure. See if you guys, watch this movie. Watch this City of the Sea or the Gods of Deep. Take it. You see if we agree on a lot of the same points I've been making here in this recap. Christian-looking people shown swimming in the water. I'm assuming they're swimming, look and find something under the water. Probably to capture that Gil Mendy after what he did to after kidnapping Susan. Basically. And what with all three of them in the water and the camera panning up on all three of them, that wide shot panning on the camera. Yeah, I like that. That's different. That's unique for sure. I very much enjoyed that. Hell yeah. Very rare. Especially for 1965. I don't think it's been done before. Something like that. But still very much enjoyable. For sure. The jiggy dudes again. Swimming in the water. Floating in the water. Which is great. Might be some Kool-Aid. Very great. Because they're really doing a deep in search look for Gilman. I mean, that means Gilman. I'm assuming these are other like Gilman characters, basically, and which I thought was absolutely intriguing to say the least. And hers, she body armor, Martian type suit, along with the others, trying to search and look for that Gilman who had kidnapped her. These people who work for Vincent Price, mainly like set up drugs for those people, basically, for the 1965. They're his people, basically. or the gym and swimming, basically. I'm about to hop off the side. Love you guys.